Thanks a lot for that, Sarah. We are joined by our etiquette expert, Julie Blais Comeau is here. Always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Trust me, I hear you in my head all of the time when I'm at events.
I'm haunting you, am I?
No, I really appreciate the information that you've taught us over the years. And we're back into holiday parties, we're back into get-togethers, and you've got some great tips for us, for sure. Where do you want to start?
Well, let's start by reviewing how do you identify your place setting, and this one's all yours, Leanne.
I love this. Okay, but I have to go this way, right? So
yes.
I don't know if you can see, because I would be sitting with the place setting that way, and there's my B and my D.
Correct.
My bread and my drink.
Perfect. And also, you can go by BMW. Those of you that drive the BMW will remember that the bread is on the left, the meal is in the middle, and of course your water or your wine will be on your right-hand side. So no excuses for all these holiday get-togethers. And then also, once you've identified B and D or BMW, let's remember that we work our way for the utensils and for the glasses. We're going to start on the outside and we're going to work our way in. So the glass, for example, this is a white wine glass, and then we have the water glass. If we were serving maybe a glass of sherry before, that glass would be before the wine glass because it would be served with the hors d'oeuvre, the entrée that we would have in the beginning. So outside in, BMW, B and D.
Also, we wouldn't start to eat until the hostess herself has taken the napkin and placed it on her lap.
Exactly. That's the signal. In NASCAR, they have the big flag, boogadoo, 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 whatever that goes. And for a meal at the table, the host or the guest of honor will give the signal by putting their napkin on their lap. So that means no bread, no water until they've done so. That's the signal to start the meal.
Okay, so once we've started the meal, and of course we're going to get into all the little antics of even when we're at cocktail parties, you've got food, you're eating, and that in itself can be difficult at times.
Very challenging. I think we had a great time the last time we talked about cocktail networking, and we did acrobatics and gymnastics with how to hold the cocktail napkin, the wine glass, and the little plate. The goal is to leave your right hand free at all times and slip free. Because if you're holding the glass in your right hand, it will be wet, and nobody wants to shake a wet hand.
No, everything had to be done in the one hand with the napkin underneath so that you could dry yourself before you shook people's hands.
Exactly. And some other challenges are also with some foods, like with an olive pit. What do you do with that? Well, the rule of thumb, when you have something that's probably unidentified inside of your mouth, the rule of thumb is the way that it went in, it must come out. So let's say you and I are together in the market having a salad and a glass of wine, and we chose the Greek salad. So we put the olive inside of our mouth with the fork. So that means that we're going to do a little bit of a gymnastic. We're going to bring it out onto the fork, back onto the plate, and then camouflage. So we'll put it behind maybe a piece of lettuce or something like that. The same thing would go when we're eating a piece of fish. Like, let's say, you know, sometimes, Leanne, even with the best fishes, the best places in town, sometimes we'll have a little small bone. So we eat fish with our fork and our knife, so it went in with the fork. So a little gymnastic, and it comes back out.
I'm in so much trouble. I'm so sorry for people who I've had entertaining. I don't know what I've done. All right, and we have about another 45 seconds, and I wanted to get to some of the foods that we have.
Well, all of these, including the asparagus, are finger foods. So if you're presented with asparagus without the sauce, it's very appropriate to bring it to your mouth with your fingers. The same thing for the French fries, the bacon, when it's very crispy, and of course the chicken wings, don't attempt with a fork and a knife.
Okay. We're allowed to do that one with our hands.
Yes, and one last tip. If you have a piece of gristle from the meat that's inside of your mouth, so 3 attempts. The first one, you try and take it out like this. That's sort of like a code that's acceptable at the table. Second, shield yourself behind the napkin. Number 3, if you're becoming a Cirque du Soleil gymnast, time to go to the washroom.
And do it that way.
Yes. 1, 2, 3 steps.
And very, very quickly, if you notice that someone has something in their food in their teeth, a little bit of green parsley.
Yeah, wouldn't you like to know? I think we all would. So please discreetly tell them. And the code, you know, for ladies, we know. What does that tell you? Check your teeth.
Gotcha. All right, we're going to come back with gift-giving ideas and the proper way to be able to present and to give gifts into the holiday season with Julie Blais Comeau, our etiquette expert. We're back with plenty more right after this.